Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. Didn't expect to make two of these today, but I really haven't talked about what I think about Pascal Siakam joining the Indiana Pacers and what it means for the team. The last time I made a video was pretty just much like my initial reaction. Like the trade video itself was like my initial reaction because I really can't believe that we got Pascal Siakam for what we gave up. A lot of people say it's like it's an A, it's a B minus, it's this, it's that. Everybody has different takes on it. This was a fucking home run. I'm going to call it what it is. Like, it's a home run. We gave up 3 first-round picks that we simply don't give a shit about, okay? The 2024 draft class is supposedly shit anyway, so give those 2 2024 first-round picks to Toronto. Let them pick the useless soul that they fucking want. Give them Bruce Brown, okay, and Jordan Nwora, and call it a day. And sure enough, yeah, okay, they got Kira Lewis Jr. Big fucking whoop. I mean, it's just the idea. Toronto got what they could, and when it comes to Bruce Brown, I don't really understand why Pacers fans are so bent out of shape about him. Because the fact of the matter is, when we signed him to the contract that we signed him to, 1 year, and the second year was a team option, it was very obvious that he was a rental. Like, I don't know why Pacers fans seem to think we were keeping Bruce Brown long-term, but it was very obvious that we weren't from the day that we signed him to the fucking contract that we gave him. You know, $25 million for a guy who shoots a 3 at 32%. Like, he does a lot of good shit, but it's just, it's not really anything we really needed. You know what I'm saying? It was very obvious that he was brought on for, like, something bigger than what was going on. Because even when I saw that trade, I'm like, okay, he's a good player. We overpaid for him. But, like, he's not, like, a guy that's going to move the needle for us. Which was why I didn't understand why they gave him that much money. But I also, in the back of my mind, was like, yeah, they probably brought him in as just temporary for salary filler for a trade or something like that. And the team option is there if they can't land Pascal Siakam. The team option is there if they want to chase after somebody different and, maybe try to get their hands on it. But we did get Pascal Siakam, and I have so many thoughts about this because the fact of the matter is, I haven't met a lot of Pacers fans that aren't happy with this, but I have met a few, and everybody keeps saying the same shit. Oh, he's too old, he doesn't fit our timeline, he can't shoot a three-pointer, yada, 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 and I'm just like, Pacers fans, and I think NBA fans as a whole, need to understand that there are very few players in the NBA that are an absolute perfect fit for what you do, okay? For whatever it is your team is good at, there are very few players in the league that are a perfect fit, and on top of it, it's very rare that they're even available. In fact, the idea of like a perfect player and the perfect timing to ever be in existence at the same time almost never happens. Okay? Like, yeah, the Pacers would love to get Mikal Bridges, but is he available? According to the Nets, no. So it's just the idea, you had the opportunity here to get a guy in Pascal Siakam who's 29 years of age, okay? People are losing their minds over that. I mean, we have 2 guys on our team who are over the age of 30, Buddy Hield and TJ McConnell, and they're both 31, okay? We don't need the draft picks. We don't need Jordan Nwora. We don't need Bruce Brown, okay? Yeah, we're going to miss maybe what Bruce Brown brings defensively, but that's about it, okay? Like, everybody is acting like, like age, like we need to always trade for like the perfect player with the perfect contract, with the perfect age, with the perfect skill set. It's just, the longer you spend doing that, okay, the less likely you are to be a winner. Okay? Not every situation needs to be ideal. Okay? Like, you can do that. You can try to run an organization that way where everybody is just old enough to barely get their fucking working papers or buy a beer in a bar. Okay? And, they're a perennial all-star. You can try and find that player, but most teams who have those players are not giving them up. So, that's why Pacers fans are like so hell-bent on OG Anunoby, and that's what I can't stand about this, is like, somebody commented on my video the other day when I was talking about the Pascal Siakam trade rumors. It was like 2 or 3 days ago. Somebody left a comment on that video saying, like, if this was OG Anunoby and not Pascal Siakam, if it was OG Anunoby, they would have gladly handed over 4 future first-round picks and fucking Gamebridge Fieldhouse just to get him. And I was like, yeah, you know what? He's right. Because Pacers fans loved OG Anunoby. And the only reason they loved him is because he played at Indiana State University. He was young. He could do a little bit of everything. But Pascal Siakam is legitimately a better fucking player than OG Anunoby. And people are bent out of shape because of his fucking age. I mean, I don't think people understand that 22 and 7 and 4 doesn't grow on fucking trees. Okay? Okay, he can't shoot a three-pointer. Big fucking whoop. Okay? I've seen in the past 10 or 15 games, he's shooting the three at like, I think 43% or some crazy shit like that. So he's capable of shooting threes. Okay? Maybe not on a consistent basis. He's not going to be Stephen Curry. But, you know, you get him in the corner and he's open, he's probably going to knock that bitch down. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, I think this is a huge pickup for the Pacers. Not only is he a perfect fit, but it's just the idea, like, there's so many things that this, like Halliburton can play off ball now. Like, has anybody thought about that? Like, why do people love Stephen Curry so much? Because what he can do off ball is elite. You know, now we have somebody else in Pascal Siakam who's capable of bringing the ball up the floor. He's a pretty damn good ball handler for his size. I mean, is it Kyrie Irving-esque? No. Is it Jamal Crawford level? No. But it's serviceable. I will say that. Like, it's Draymond Green level, okay? So the idea that we can add a guy like that to our roster with our up-tempo offense, he's a guy who can rebound the basketball. He's a guy that does a lot of his damage in the mid-range. He's got a good post-up game. He's got a post-fadeaway that's like fucking water. I mean, he's a great finisher around the basket. He gets out and runs in transition. I mean, I really don't know what more you want out of a power forward. Okay, considering that it's probably one of the most scarce positions in the NBA. Okay, like the guys who play power forward are usually centers who play power forward as a secondary position. Okay, like there's not a lot of power forwards in the league that are like true power forwards. Okay, like Kevin Durant, okay, ESPN lists him as a power forward, but is he really a power forward? No, he's a small forward. Okay, he's a 6'10" guy that can shoot 40-foot fucking threes. Okay, so I just think people need to like calm down a little bit when it comes to trading players. I will say this. Like, it would be cool to have Paul George come back to the Pacers, but I do think the one guy who's going to benefit the most from this trade is going to be a guy like Benedict Mathurin, a guy who's going to get a shit ton of open looks now on the three-point line because you got Tyrese Halliburton and you have Pascal Siakam. And Pascal Siakam is a very underrated passer, okay? Like, he's got a little bit of a bag when it comes to passing. And so I like the idea that it's like, while the defense is focused on what Siakam's doing and what Halliburton's doing, okay, Ben Mathurin's going to be getting open jump shots. Okay, and if we don't trade Buddy Hield's going to be getting open jump shots. Okay, Aaron Nesmith is going to benefit a lot from this. You know, granted, I don't know what's going to happen with Obi Toppin because we kind of got a log jam now at the power forward spot. You know, Jarris Walker's a guy who is probably, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but like this is going to be good for his development. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many positives to this that like it kind of kills me that people focus on the negatives of it. You know, because Pascal Siakam is a guy who's going to be probably a perennial all-star playing with Tyrese Halliburton. Like, I'm going to call it what it is. Pascal Siakam's going to get better as a player playing with Tyrese Halliburton. Like, everybody's like, oh, he only scores 22 a game, and he can't shoot a three, and he only grabs 7 boards, and he only dishes 4 assists, yada, yada, yada. Like, if Tyrese Halliburton could turn Miles Turner into a 17-7 guy, okay, I'm pretty positive he can turn Pascal Siakam into like a 28-7 guy, okay? Or a 28-6 guy, or a 28-8 guy. Like, we're talking about a guy that we just acquired who could be an all-NBA talent and a perennial all-star for easily the next 3 to 4 years, okay? Or the 5 years that we're probably going to extend him to for 247 million bands, okay? So, it's just the idea. I think this is a big move for the Pacers. It makes a lot of sense for them because, like, now, you know, this will help the development of Ben Mathurin. It'll help the development of everybody on the roster. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who gets to play with Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam is going to become a better basketball player. So, I think everybody needs to just chill out. I think as far as where this puts the Pacers, I definitely think we're a top 5 team in the East now. Like, I'm going to call it what it is. We went from being the East Coast Sacramento Kings to now the East Coast Dallas Mavericks, okay? That's basically what we did with this. And I think we're a team that, honestly, if the stars align properly, we could go back to an Eastern Conference Finals. Like with this roster. Like, granted, Ben Mathurin would have to play his ass off, but he's been going off in the past couple games. He scored 25 I think last night or the night before or some shit, and then he had 26. I think a game or two before that. So it's just a matter of getting Ben Mathurin into a rhythm and getting him to a point where he's scoring consistently, like just making him a certified bucket. And if we can do that, and then re-sign Ben Mathurin, which is gonna his contract comes due in I think another 2 years or so. If we can do that, we're gonna be sitting pretty in the next 2 or 3 years. In 4 years, okay, 4 years minimum. Okay, in 4 years, we're going to be like a legitimate championship contender. Okay, if we just keep this squad together and keep it going the way that it is. Jalen Smith's a guy that I would like to bring back. Miles is pretty much going to be relegated to the 3-point line now. So like everybody who like I hate to break it to you, but Miles' numbers are probably actually going to dip because he's not going to get anywhere near as many touches as Pascal Siakam is. He might get, it really depends. Miles is shooting 33% from 3 this year, so hopefully that improves with this as well because Miles is going to get a lot of open jump shots out of this from the corner. But it's just the idea. People should be excited about this, okay? Like, there's a lot of people out there who are trying to say, like, we shouldn't have traded for him. His salary cap hit is going to be ridiculous. Okay, that's fine. But the fact of the matter is we're not a hot free agent destination anyway. I mean, yeah, maybe now we are. The All-Star game is in Indy this year, and now we have Pascal Siakam. You never know. People could come to Indy and fucking love it for the All-Star game, and we have Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam now. You never know. Like I said, Paul George is going to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season if he doesn't sign an extension with the Clippers or doesn't get traded. And for all we know, Paul George could be like, you know what? Maybe I feel like fucking around with the Pacers again and going back on a vet minimum deal for 1 year just to see. Just to try some shit out, just to see what it's like. I hate it when people it irritates me that people simply don't want Paul George because of what happened in the past. But I'm like, bro, how many of you have given somebody who's cheated on you another chance? You know what I'm saying? I know some of you have given your fucking significant other who's cheated on you probably 7 times an 8th chance, but won't give Paul George a second chance. That's fucking mind blowing to me. Okay, there are people out there who will consistently continue to date people who have done nothing but cheat on them. But when it comes to Paul George, it's that's where we draw the line. Nope, sorry, nope, can't have him back. I'm just all I'm saying is it's just the idea. This is gonna be great for our team. And I think not only is this going to make us a perennial playoff team and a high-seeded solid playoff team, a hard out once we get into the playoffs, I think this is going to do wonders for Halliburton. It's going to do wonders for Siakam. It's going to do wonders for everybody on the team. Because everybody's lives just got a whole lot easier. You can't just double Tyrese Halliburton anymore and get away with it. And that was the thing with the in-season tournament. That's how the Lakers beat us. They just double teamed the shit out of Tyrese Halliburton. It was like, let's make somebody else beat us. And now that we have Siakam, right? Now we have that other guy that can beat a team. And I said that immediately. I said that right after we lost the in-season tournament final game. My in-season tournaments thoughts video, first thing I said was, and I've been preaching it all year, the Pacers need to get Tyrese Halliburton a secondary star, and they've done it. So, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. I know people think I'm a fucking nerd who just sits in my room and has never played basketball a day in his fucking life. But I understand when a team needs another player. Okay, this isn't rocket science. Okay, people like to pretend it is, but it's really not. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to watch a team for a week and just say, okay, this is the problem with this basketball team. That's what most of your favorite content creators do, to be honest with you. They watch one team once a week and then they say, okay, these are the problems with it. Like, this is what needs to be fixed. Okay, do you think they watch every single fucking game? No, they don't. So, I don't know, man. You know what? I like it. I'm happy with it. I kind of really don't give a shit what the Pacers signed Pascal Siakam to as far as a contract extension, but all I know is I'm really excited for tonight. Pascal Siakam's supposed to make his debut tonight. Rumors are Tyrese Halliburton might make an appearance. He's been upgraded to questionable for tonight's game, but it's just the idea. Like they're saying it's I don't know. They've given us a glimmer of hope that Tyrese Halliburton could play tonight with Pascal Siakam, but all I know is the Pacers are going to be a top 5 team that's going to be fun to watch this year, especially with Obi Toppin also. Like, Obi Toppin is a guy that I really don't know what we're doing with now, because it's like, okay, like, you know, Buddy, like, honestly, the Pacers could trade Buddy and Obi for a guy anywhere in the $25 to $30 million range who could help this team immediately, but I really don't know if they're going to do that. So, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.